Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. And welcome back, No Contact Army. Have you been a good little soldier? I hope so. And if you too would like to enlist in the No Contact Army, it's very easy. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, and you're in. And to read the No Contact Army manual, go to nocontactsecrets.com, where you can read 2 free chapters before purchasing the book. And be sure to follow me on Clubhouse and also to join my group, the Expat group. Once I have 100 followers, I will start answering questions in there. And the links for those are below. And if you need a Clubhouse invitation, let me know. So this week's topic comes as a result of a comment that someone left under one of the videos. And Blue Aqua suggested that I do a video on this, and I am. So thank you for that suggestion. And the topic is what to do if you accidentally broke no contact. So if you are in no contact, as you should be if you're trying to get your ex back, and you've been a good little soldier, you may accidentally break no contact. So what are you going to do? How are you going to handle it? Well, let me read the comment of the person who did that, and then we will discuss it. So they said, I started no contact 2 months ago, and not to get my ex back, but to be done with the relationship. I need to move on, and the best way to do it for me was to go silent. So now we're 2 months in, and I made a mistake last night, as I will admit I was looking at his Facebook messages, and by accident I FaceTimed him. It was truly an accident. Yes, I believe you. I hung up after the first ring, and I've never been known to FaceTime him on Facebook, even when we were together. What should I do? Do I text and say, sorry, it was an accident? Or do I just leave it alone? I feel so bad because I'd been silent for 2 months and had no intentions of contacting him. Please help. Yes, that's what happens when you go scrolling down memory lane. In fact, something similar happened to me with an ex, also on Facebook, where I was looking at the messages and then I accidentally hit the send button. And in those days, I don't know if this still holds true, when you pressed the send button, even if there was no message, it sent a thumbs up. And I had been in no contact for at least a month at that time. So this Facebook is dangerous. Look what happens. And as you are looking at old text messages or Facebook messages, etc., it seems like the fingers have a mind of their own and they just kind of go to the send button. I'm starting to think that it might be that your ex is trying to manifest a message from you, and all of a sudden your finger slips, because it's interesting how so many people have comments about accidentally contacting their ex. And in fact, I have a few of them here. So let's see, one of them said, back in February, 2.5 months into no contact, I did the thumbs up by mistake on Facebook Messenger, see? Without even realizing it. An hour later, my ex messaged, hi, are you okay? First, I thought she was actually reaching out, but I eventually realized what happened. And after seriously face palming, later replied, hey, took a stroll down memory lane and didn't realize I pressed like. I'm very well, hope you are too. She pressed the hard button and responded, I see. Well, I've been there. I'm fine too. We've not spoken since and likely never will. Yeah, but that was a very cordial exchange. See, so that's someone else that accidentally hit the send button. And you know what I'm thinking now, because I always try to turn a negative into a positive. It's like you can quote unquote accidentally do that, but at a strategic time. So keep that in mind, but don't venture out on your own and just do this and go, okay, I'll just pretend to hit send the thumbs up and then pretend it was a mistake. If you're going to do it, there has to be a really good reason. So it's better if you can discuss it with me first. But I'm just saying, there may be a time in your no contact where you might want to use that thumbs up to your advantage. Someone else said that they were, let's see, I have a bunch of comments here. This happened to me a week ago. I'd been looking at our texts, closed out the text app, then opened to respond to a text notification from a guy friend without realizing I was still in our text thread and sent him, no worries, kind of a random request on a Saturday night. Yes, we've all, I think, texted the wrong person. Not necessarily an ex, but just we were looking at someone's texts or responding to someone, and then we sent the wrong text to the wrong person. So if you insist on going down memory lane, and a lot of us do, what I would suggest, and if you're going to do this, you got to be very careful about it, is to take screenshots of some of the text messages, the ones that are the most important to you. You know, obviously you're not going to take hundreds of screenshots. Take screenshots, and then when you want to take your little walk down memory lane, you look at the screenshots and you won't accidentally text him or her. There's some other people that said that, two people, they accidentally texted their ex. One said they got a new phone and they were deleting people from their contacts and they accidentally called or texted the ex. And one was trying to delete the ex and ended up texting him. So if you're changing phones or you're trying to do something with their number, please be very careful. Again, your fingers will have a mind of their own. I mean, it shouldn't be that difficult to delete a contact from your phone. And in fact, you're not supposed to have their number in your phone if you're in no contact, just so we can avoid accidentally texting or calling. So I know with the iPhone, all you do is you go to your contact, you hit edit, and then you scroll all the way to the bottom and you hit delete this contact. That's it. It shouldn't result in you accidentally texting them. So when you delete them from your phone, be very, very careful. Be very, very conscious. Make sure you have not had any alcohol in beforehand to make sure that your fingers don't decide to do the walking without you. And I have one more comment here, and then I'll tell this girl what to do. So this person said, no contact includes not checking old messages. Going dark truly means disappearing and going about your life. If you accidentally FaceTimed and hung up, say nothing and move on. No contact starts all over from the day you accidentally FaceTimed. Yeah, that's the bad part of accidentally contacting your ex. Don't be tempted to read old messages or even click on the thread, steer clear. I agree with that. I mean, again, in no contact, you're supposed to be doing nothing. And as I already said, take screenshots if you must scroll through text messages. And remember, you have to start the count all over again. So she can do one of two things. You can either, if he contacts her and goes, hey, you FaceTimed me, she can either ignore his message, and that will send the message that it was a mistake, especially since she never FaceTimed before. Why would she all of a sudden do it now? So he knows it was probably a mistake, especially if she ignores the message. Or she can give a very brief explanation, something like, oh, hey, sorry, that was a mistake. You don't want to give this long, drawn-out explanation. Well, funny thing, la, 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 la. Because the more you talk, the more it sounds like you're trying to have a conversation. So you just give a very brief conversation. And so to recap, to avoid accidents in the future, you want to remove their number from your phone. And depending on which platform you're on, maybe you can archive the texts so you can't see them. And if you are truly done with them, then you can even erase the text thread. Yes. If you're not one of those people like me, I like to keep everything. So I'm not erasing anything ever. But some people don't mind. So if you're truly done, then go ahead and erase the text thread. Then that way you won't accidentally contact your ex. So don't go scrolling or strolling or both down memory lane. Don't look at old text messages on Facebook, Instagram, etc. because that is like entering enemy territory. You're asking for trouble. Take screenshots if you have to, but be very careful. Got it? Okay. So comment below and let me know, have you ever accidentally got in touch with an ex? How did it happen and what was the outcome? And in the meantime, if you would like my help to get your ex back, go to theartoflove.net. The direct link is below. If this video has been helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening to a podcast, please rate and review. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.